પ્રધાનમંત્રી શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદીના ડ્રીમ પ્રોજેક્ટ સમાન ગાંધીનગર ખાતે આવેલ ગુજરાત ઇન્ટરનેશનલ ફાઇનાન્સ ટેક સિટી એટલે કે ગિફ્ટ સિટીની કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં અને માહિતી પ્રસારણ મંત્રી શ્રી અરુણ જેટલીએ મુલાકાત લીધી હતી, જેનો મુખ્ય ઉદ્દેશ્ય ગિફ્ટ સિટી ખાતે આકાર લેનાર દેશના પ્રથમ ઇન્ટરનેશનલ ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સર્વિસીસ સેન્ટરની રચના કરવા માટે એના ધારાધોરણો જાહેર કરવાનો હતો. પ્રધાનમંત્રી શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદીએ દેશમાં 100 સ્માર્ટ સિટી બનાવવાની નેમ વ્યક્ત કરી હતી, જેમાં ગિફ્ટ સિટી એ દેશની સૌપ્રથમ ગુજરાતમાં સ્માર્ટ ગ્લોબલ સિટી બનવા જઈ રહી છે. આ પ્રસંગે કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં અને માહિતી પ્રસારણ મંત્રી શ્રી અરુણ જેટલીની સાથે આરબીઆઈ, ઇરડા, સેબી સહિતની સંસ્થાઓના ઉચ્ચ અધિકારીઓ તેમજ કેન્દ્ર અને રાજ્ય સરકારના અધિકારીઓ ઉપસ્થિત રહ્યા હતા. ગિફ્ટ સિટી પ્રોજેક્ટ થકી નાણાં, હેલ્થ, રિટેલ, શિક્ષણ, રિયલ એસ્ટેટ, હોસ્પિટાલિટી અને તેને લગતી સપોર્ટ સર્વિસીસમાં 5 લાખ જેટલી પ્રત્યક્ષ કે પરોક્ષ રીતે રોજગારીની તકો સર્જાશે. આ પ્રસંગે કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં અને માહિતી પ્રસારણ મંત્રી શ્રી અરુણ જેટલીએ ગિફ્ટ સિટી પ્રોજેક્ટનું પ્રદર્શન નિહાળ્યું હતું. ગિફ્ટ સિટીમાં હવે આઇકોનિક બિલ્ડિંગ્સનું નિર્માણ કરવામાં આવશે, જેમાં ધ ડાયમંડ ટાવર, ધ ગેટવે ટાવર્સ, ધ ક્રિસ્ટલ ટાવર્સ અને એક્ઝિબિશન સેન્ટરનું નિર્માણ કાર્ય થશે. રાજ્ય માટે ગૌરવ સમાન ગિફ્ટ સિટી ખાતે આકાર લેનાર ઇન્ટરનેશનલ ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સર્વિસ સેન્ટરના ધારાધોરણોની જાહેરાત સાથે જ વૈશ્વિક કક્ષાની ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સેવા ગુજરાતમાં અને દેશમાં ઉપલબ્ધ બનાવવા માટેનો માર્ગ પ્રશસ્ત થયો છે. ગિફ્ટ સિટીની મુલાકાત બાદ કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં અને માહિતી પ્રસારણ મંત્રી શ્રી અરુણ જેટલી મહાત્મા મંદિર ખાતે જવા રવાના થયા હતા. ગિફ્ટ સિટી ખાતે આકાર લેનાર ઇન્ટરનેશનલ ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સર્વિસ સેન્ટર માટેની નિયમાવલીની જાહેરાત કરવા પહોંચ્યા. આ પ્રસંગે રાજ્યના મુખ્યમંત્રી શ્રીમતી આનંદીબેન પટેલ, નાણામંત્રી શ્રી સૌરભભાઈ પટેલ સહિત ઉચ્ચ અધિકારીઓ હાજર રહ્યા હતા, તેમજ આરબીઆઈ, ઇરડા, સેબી અને અન્ય સંસ્થાઓના પ્રતિનિધિઓએ હાજરી આપી હતી. કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં અને માહિતી પ્રસારણ મંત્રી શ્રી અરુણ જેટલી, મુખ્યમંત્રી શ્રીમતી આનંદીબેન પટેલ, મંત્રી શ્રી સૌરભભાઈ પટેલ સહિતના ઉપસ્થિત મહાનુભાવોના હસ્તે દીપ પ્રાગટ્ય કરવામાં આવ્યું હતું. મુખ્યમંત્રી શ્રીમતી આનંદીબેન પટેલનું પુષ્પગુચ્છથી સ્વાગત કરવામાં આવ્યું હતું. કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં અને માહિતી પ્રસારણ મંત્રી શ્રી અરુણ જેટલીનું પુષ્પગુચ્છથી અભિવાદન કરવામાં આવ્યું હતું. ત્યારબાદ ઉપસ્થિત મહાનુભાવોનું પુષ્પગુચ્છથી સ્વાગત કરવામાં આવ્યું હતું. આ પ્રસંગે કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં વિભાગના સચિવ ડોક્ટર હસમુખ અઢિયાએ પ્રસ્તાવિક ઉદ્બોધન કર્યું હતું.
This is one project whose foundation stone is laid by the current Prime Minister, and the project was also inaugurated by the current Prime Minister. So it is a project where foundation stone and inauguration both is done by the current Prime Minister. How could this project lag behind? And so it was the initiative of Honorable Prime Minister. International Finance Center is it's an innovative idea which is there for attracting more employment.
આ પ્રસંગે ઇન્ટરનેશનલ ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સર્વિસીસ સેન્ટરના નીતિ નિયમો અંગેની પુસ્તિકાનું કેન્દ્રીય નાણાં અને માહિતી પ્રસારણ મંત્રી શ્રી અરુણ જેટલીના હસ્તે વિમોચન કરવામાં આવ્યું હતું. કેન્દ્ર સરકારના નાણાં વિભાગના અધિક સચિવ શ્રી આર રશ્મિએ નીતિ નિયમો અંગે વધુ માહિતી આપી હતી. ઇરડાના ચેરમેન શ્રી ટીએસ વિજયને આ પ્રસંગે ઇરડા અને ગિફ્ટ સિટીમાં સ્થાપિત થનાર ઇન્સ્યોરન્સ કંપનીઓ સાથેના સંકલન અંગેની વાત કરી હતી. સેબીના ચેરમેન શ્રી યુકે સિંહાએ શેરબજાર અને આંતરરાષ્ટ્રીય પરિપ્રેક્ષ્યમાં ગિફ્ટ સિટીનું મહત્વ સમજાવ્યું હતું. ગિફ્ટ સિટી અને કોટક મહિન્દ્રા બેંક વચ્ચે મેમોરેન્ડમ ઓફ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ MOU કરવામાં આવ્યા હતા.
With the change in government, the political will was there, and because of this political will, we are today present over here. So once again, I thank Honorable Prime Minister and Shri Ji, along with all the departments, because this is something we cannot do individually. The finance department has played a very important role. SEBI, the insurance regulators, the finance, commerce, all put together have decided that we should go ahead with this global business hub and let's put together all the rules and regulations.
I compliment Government of India for the path-breaking initiatives to operationalize International Financial Services Center in India. Thank you, Shri Jaitley ji, for this invaluable gift to the gift city. It was the vision of the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, Honorable Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, to bring India on the map of global financial hubs. And when it comes to business and finance, what could be a better place in India than the state of Gujarat to host such a facility? The vision is to create a hub complete with infrastructure to meet the needs of modern Gujarat and modern India, creating a space in the global financial world. 21st century is India's century. Many of us have been listening to this statement of Narendra Bhai since last so many years. Honestly speaking, at that time, it used a sound like a dream of a patriot. They have got a leader under whom India is being seen with respect globally. Be it the declaration of International Yoga Day by the UN or prominence given at various global events, the change is visible. Government of India is working for the development and growth of the country. Service sector will be playing a crucial role in this journey. I am sure that the IFSC coming up at Gift City will prove to be a major game changer for the financial services industries. Gift City would generate new business opportunity in the field of domestic and international financial services. The International Financial Services Center at Gift City will bring offshore banking, offshore insurance and offshore capital market services to the country. Gift City would generate investment of around 78,000 crore when fully developed. Friends, I am happy to share that because of the inclusive development agenda and people's participation model that we follow, quality of life in Gujarat is quite different than other parts of India. We have carried out varied reforms in the areas of land and labor. These reforms are aimed at enhancing the welfare of our people.
From somewhat a depressive situation, we've seen now the emergence of a newer enthusiasm, but then there is a lot of distance that we still have to cover. Since Parliament is not in session these days, and almost every other day we get an opportunity to travel, with a development-friendly government in Delhi, encouraging almost all states, irrespective of the political complexion of who's in power, I can actually see a lot of competitive federalism in action. And it is this that will make India grow. I was in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal yesterday, a state which has conventionally, after independence for almost half a century, been regarded as the center of the Bimaru states. And I was surprised when the presentation was given to me that the last one decade it has seen a double-digit growth. Its agriculture, thanks to Narmada, in the last few years is 20% plus. And if it is 20% plus, that only indicates the grassroots satisfaction that can emerge. Today when I visited the gift city in Gandhinagar, and a presentation was given by Mr. Sudhir Mankad, who as the chairman of SEBI said has devoted himself to this project, I could see one of the most futuristic ideas coming up. The state of Gujarat trying to make itself the hub of financial activities, something which has been attributed earlier only to Mumbai. Tomorrow I'll be in Andhra Pradesh, where there is a very ambitious plan to have a very modern capital, and we'll be going to some of the relatively more underprivileged areas of the state which require a lot of developmental support. I mention this because the approach of the central government is to encourage this developmental activity. In fact, when we implemented the 14th Finance Commission report, the largest beneficiary is the state of Uttar Pradesh. I personally went before Vibrant Gujarat to Bengal so that we could encourage industry from coming to Bengal. If in the present budget we have announced some tax soaps, it is for Bihar and West Bengal, because the Prime Minister has been repeatedly saying it's the eastern part of India that requires to be encouraged. Most of our collections from minerals and coal are going back to those states in the eastern past, so that relatively lesser developed part of India could gallop further. Now this has to be seen in contradistinction to the fact that even though you got your SEZ status in 2011, you had to wait for a change of government in New Delhi before the gift city could get its relevant push in terms of its regulatory and other approvals. You had to wait for 3 years, and it is this very reason that in the last few years had brought down India's growth rates. Because rather than be focused on a single emphasis of encouraging growth wherever it can be encouraged, and different approach for collateral reasons had been adopted. I have not the least doubt that today is a landmark step as far as Gujarat is concerned. Gujarat has been traditionally known for its entrepreneurship. It has the advantage of being a manufacturing state. It has the advantage of a natural instinct of business being a part of popular culture itself. It also has a large coastline, and its entrepreneurship has fully utilized the coastline as an instrument of development. But then there were areas where Gujarat had to grow. It's now growing in the last few years in terms of urbanization. It's growing in terms of its retail trade. It's growing in terms of its medical facilities. It still has a lot of distance, and it's trying to grow in terms of quality of education. An initiative taken several years ago to have an international financial sector hub in Gandhinagar. As was mentioned just now, the advantage of that hub is that you almost have a entrepreneurial township there. The banks are there, the insurance companies are there, the sovereign funds are there, the pension funds are there. All those who have deep pockets to finance investment are all there. And to undertake this business, you require a back office support, so you have the best of technology and the best of environment. It's almost a miracle that I saw with the kind of futuristic planning that has been undertaken. And I would like, as a part of this commitment to competitive federalism, all other states to emulate. They may not have the potential to create such financial hubs, but it's also a role model for creation of smart cities, where almost without a core investment, you can actually create a first-rate global smart city. You will have a large number of office buildings. The minutest of details of how water preservation takes place, what kind of that, it will probably be the only city which will provide tap water which is capable of drinking. Its entire municipal services will be underground. You won't have wires hanging around. It will be professionally managed. Its air conditioning will be managed through water chillers. And the core area which has been used for this, the investment, is some wasteland of the government. And that wasteland of the government is developed through world-class infrastructure. And once you develop it, your resource becomes the FSI available on that land. So you invite people to come and build, and you make that land availability almost at a negligible cost. You use your land as a resource, you use the FSI available on the land as capital. Your entire investment is the initial infrastructure, which when you get the development charges, you earn more than what you have spent. And eventually you have created a city without costing anything to the public exchequer. And eventually it's a city which will provide a lot of revenue both to state and central exchequer. The walk through fire, Gift City had to walk through the entire test of a public interest litigation also. If in order to contest an election, I have to disclose my entire assets. All elected MLAs have to disclose their assets, our civil servants have to disclose them. And we have the RTI available against all of them. So these conscious keeper crusaders should be a little more transparent than us. And therefore the world must know as to where the funds for such litigation are coming, or whether in order to stop development, these are the litigations which may even be inspired by the funding sources itself. I have no doubt in my mind that the Gift City will be a tremendous success. But then its real success would be if other states, at least for creation of smart cities, start emulating this example. I intend, having understood the manner in which you have created it, at least writing to most all chief ministers to undertake either directly or through their officials a visit and have a presentation as to how smart cities in their states itself will be created. So far we've succeeded in changing the mood with which the general world of investors looks at India. We've succeeded in ending that mood of despondency. In terms of policy, we've opened the doors. We are inspiring people both within and outside to invest in India. We are trying to ease on our process. And that's work still in progress. There's a lot of distance in that we have to cover. We are trying to present a taxation regime which is internationally compatible, which is non-adversarial. In fact, even for these financial centers, the presentation which was made today indicated that they also need a very, very compatible taxation regime. The ball is entirely in our court. We should never be satisfied with the fact that somebody has upgraded us. It's significant. It's positive. But then there is a lot of distance which we have to cover, and many more smart cities, many more such international financial sectors, a huge growth in exports that may generate in the financial sector itself. It's that which is going to add to our GDP, and that means more growth, more jobs, more revenue in the pockets of the government, better infrastructure that we can create, more poverty alleviation schemes that we can implement, and therefore the best remedy for poverty eradication in this country has to be that India has to grow. And I have not the least doubt that the initiative which the Gujarat government has taken along with the IFSC is going to be a great landmark in this particular area. I wish the future of the GIFT City a great success.
સત્ર સમાપ્તિ પ્રસંગે રાજ્યના નાણાં વિભાગના અધિક મુખ્ય સચિવ ડોક્ટર JN સિંઘે આભાર વિધિ કરી હતી. અંતમાં RBI, IRDA અને સેબીના અગ્રણીઓ સાથે ઇન્ટરેક્શન સેશન ગોઠવવામાં આવ્યું હતું.